side. Yeah, we in it for life. When I been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him for him.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns.
Here we go! 90 Wolf!
59. They gonna need some therapy after this. Jim. Alert 3.
Five!
And he'll give it here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
General West!
Check.
Now!
Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 13.
X3, 218, chop it. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Graham. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Miles Jack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Push him back. Watch the air.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And an alley to run. Touchdown, Giants. Matt Breida, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Come on. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
More out.
Check.
Let's go.
3rd and 2. Now Graham looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38.
No. Off. Wide. Get wide. Whip.
Fair.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Miles Jack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season.
It's now 3rd down.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Check 59.
Look. Squeeze.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far.
Check. Shoot. Check your hot read.
They'll try to run this one in. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 58, right over there, right over there.
2nd and 14. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Not today.
12 yards on the play.
Not today.
3rd down.
Let's go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Focus, defense, focus. Hey.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Mike 51.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Breida, he'll try the right side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, Go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Browns' 32-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Second and 11. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
43. Check, 43. Right here. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Bring it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This is Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen.
Here's Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now it's Breida. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Browns 3. Robbie Gould set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Rush. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Go.
First down. Here's Graham. He'll buy some time right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
61, matchbox lights.
SOS. SOS. SOS.
Check 59. Mike is 50. Look at me. Door. Get.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Mike's 59.
Third down from the gun, Graham. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Get in the weight room. Sponge.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Mike 58, right there.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
Come on, come on, come on.
58, boy. 58's Mike. Hey.
Second and 13. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike's 43. I'm coming after you. 43 is the Mike. Watch the screen. 43 is the Mike, boy. 43.
They'll set up a throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And again this time to the tailback. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down, and you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Robert Woods, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for two here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this one is caught. So they come up with a two-point conversion, and that makes this a one-point game now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd? And they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Tackles. 43 is the Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. 43 is the Mike, boy. 43. Check. 43. Crunch time, defense.
Back to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
First down, New York.
Here we go. Henry, 58. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Let's go. Check 31. Check 31.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
First down, New York.
Check the backer, check the backer. Anyway. Watch twins. Watch twins.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Now a give to Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 48-yard line.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
The Giants on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Oh.
They'll look to throw here. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Yes.
Double up.
Lead Griffin.
Going to give this time to the tailback.
It's running.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. A big play that time for Cleveland. 68 yards on the ground. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10.
Begin.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Charlie. 5.
Throwing now, Graham on 1st down. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Watch the twist. Bang, 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 bang.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's a handoff left side to Brewer. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
58's the mic. Let's go. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. All day, every day, any day. 58, right over there, Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. It's coming this way.
Back to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
59.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood!
Now Graham on 3rd and long. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
15, back 15. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
Now they try the right side here. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the Giants' 40-yard line.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Fair.
Kill.
Now.
Kill. Turn up.
Ready.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Browns, they